It's how you respond. We think as teenagers, we can hold our parents accountable. We can say, well, she yelled at me, so I yelled back. I didn't feel like doing the dishes, so I didn't do them. God is not going to hold, God's going to hold you accountable for your reasons. What would Jesus do? Just look at your wrist, act like it's a bracelet there. What would Jesus do? Well, if your parents is misbehaving, they have somebody to answer to. But it ain't you.
That's right.
It's not you.
Amen.
It's not you. No matter how bad you feel, because, oh my goodness, she just got on my last nerve. She's still mama. Oh, this Negro make me flip. Guess what? He's still daddy. He's still your dad. And so God didn't say, you know what? Honor your mother and your father if you feel like doing it. And it does. So Trenton says, I love Life Squad kids, right? Because they got a verse for you too. So Trenton said, the Bible also said, and provoke not your kid to wrath.
Amen.
And it does. But did it say, if your mama provoke you to wrath, pop off on her? It didn't say that. It still said, honor her. It still said, they don't know that.
No, they don't know that.
We cannot go through life based on how we feel. Guess what? I didn't feel like getting up and clocking in this morning. I got bills to pay and kids to feed.
Amen.
Word.
Right? I feel like I should be on the beach somewhere with my toes in the sand. That's what I feel like.
Claim it, girl. Claim it.
That's what I feel like in my penthouse.
That's right.
That's what I feel like I should be doing right now. But would it be pleasing to God for me to be on the beach with my feet in the sand, not working, and I got bills to pay, and I got a child to take care of? Sometimes y'all don't feel like doing your homework. That bad habit of procrastination kicks in. And I don't feel like doing it. But what happens when we don't do it?
You get back. We're
When we don't do it,
Not everything is good for you. And even though I am allowed to do anything, I must not become a slave to anything. Okay.
Read that again. Back to
Hey guys. Do anything, but not everything is good for you. And even though I am allowed to do anything, I must not become a slave to anything.
so when we talk about this, first of all, God gave us free will, right? We can basically do whatever we want, right? Because we got free will to do it.
Yeah.
But is everything good for us to do?
No.
Everything ain't good for us to do because there are also laws in place, right? There are also rules. So even though I got the free will to, a robber got a free will to go rob a bank, right? What happens when you rob the bank?
If you get caught.
No, guys.
Don't rob us.
It's not. That's not pleasing to God. So even though God said, you know what? I came that you might have life, you may have it more abundantly, you got free will to be in this world, to do what you want to do, but I left some instructions for you. Right? I left some instructions for you. So guess what? You can choose to follow the instructions that I left, or you can choose not to. Because it's a consequence for everything we do. The good consequence, and we reap the benefits, or the bad consequences, and we reap those. So we can choose to listen to, and y'all see this at home. I can choose to listen to my parent even though they got on my nerves. Or I can choose to sit with my arms folded, talk back, and I say I ain't gonna do nothing. And what's the consequence for that? Everybody does, right? Everybody does. We already know what we're gonna reap if we do it. But guess what happened? It became such a habit. We got so comfortable in that bad habit. We never confessed that bad habit and said, you know what? Lord, help me to shake this habit. Lord, help me to shake this bad mouth. Lord, help me to shake this attitude. So although it's bad and we know the consequences, we stay in it. We stay stuck because we ain't confessed nothing. We got comfortable because we ain't confessed nothing. What we wind up doing, like we talk to our buddies, they got the same issues that we got, right? Like, we see eye to eye like this, you know? And so that leave us right there. So when
like if everybody tells you it, but you still don't really think it's bad, you're just gonna keep doing it. So you have to actually think that it is bad and want to stop.
Right, that's that accountability that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Right, you gotta be accountable. You gotta say that it's bad. I agree with Allie. If we don't think it's bad, we're gonna keep doing it.
Also, we talked about this, I believe, on Tuesday, but it's also trying to find something in place of that. Like if we're trying to get rid of the habit, like if we recognize and want to change it, we have to find something that's positive to be in place of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Being able to stay disciplined.
Staying disciplined. I like that. Staying disciplined. Staying disciplined.
And to tie into that, like staying in discipline, what has helped me a lot is like really getting in that word and like staying in that word on a daily basis. Because like once you keep reading about it, you start to follow that principle because you're training yourself how to.
Absolutely. We definitely gotta have something to replace it with. Because I find when we get rid of bad habits and we sit idle, we wind up doing them again. Because we have not replaced that bad habit with anything. Or we try to do a good and say, this ain't that bad. So I do something good with it. I start going to church. Right? I start going to Tuesday night. Solomon.
You have to take into account that what you're doing is wrong. You have to change it.
You gotta realize that what you're doing is wrong. And change it. Olivia.
If you recognize the problem, go to God about it, of course. Admit that you have a struggle. Admit that it's something that might be taking over you in some way. And also find a solution in the sense of, obviously, like Lily said, one of the solutions you can do is get in your word, but also, like I said, find another resolution to your problem.
I like that, Olivia.
I just want to make sure we didn't miss. All that is absolutely spot on.